You're probably killing your motorcycle engine without a single clue. No smoke, no noise, but every ride could be wrecking it. From cold revs to lazy gear shifts, these everyday habits are silently destroying your bike. But here's the good news. You're here. That means you can stop the damage today. Stick around as we break down the 13 silent killers, and don't miss the bonus tip at the end. It's a game changer. Habit number 13, running motor low or no oil. You won't see it coming until it's too late. And guess what? It won't be pretty. Oil isn't just there to keep things slippery, it's your engine's lifeblood. It lubricates, cools, and protects every moving part. But when levels drop too low, metal parts start grinding against each other. That friction creates heat, and lots of it. Once the oil starts breaking down from overheating, it stops doing its job. The engine begins to cook itself from the inside out. As things heat up, components expand. With no lubrication, parts can literally weld themselves together. That's game over. Your engine could seize mid-ride, or worse, need a full rebuild that costs more than your bike's worth. The scary part? Most riders don't even notice until the damage is done. No warning lights, no early signs. That's why checking your oil isn't optional. It's survival. Make it a habit before long rides. Top it up correctly like you care about your bike. Respect your engine, and it'll return the favor. Neglect it, and you're just riding toward disaster. What's worse than no oil? A bike that pretends it's fine until it isn't. Habit number 12, constant low RPM riding. Constantly cruising in high gear at low revs, what riders call lugging, is actually grinding your engine from the inside out. Here's the deal. At low RPMs, your oil pump, coolant system, and fan are barely working. That means less oil pressure, less cooling, and less airflow. And your engine? It's sweating bullets trying to keep up. It doesn't matter if you're saving fuel or trying to ride smooth. If the engine isn't spinning fast enough, it's not getting what it needs to survive. The bearings, pistons, and other moving parts need a steady flow of oil and coolant to stay cool and protected. When you lug the engine, those systems slow to a crawl. Heat builds up, lubrication drops, metal grinds. You're basically cooking the heart of your bike while it begs for mercy. This isn't just about performance, it's about long-term survival. Rev it like you mean it. Downshift when needed. Let the engine breathe and do its thing. Otherwise, if you lug it too long, you're not saving anything. You're slowly destroying everything. Well, some riders fear redline. Others starve their engine in plain sight. Habit number 11, neglecting valve clearance checks. Your valves operate under insane heat and pressure. As the engine runs, metal expands. Valve clearance is the tiny buffer that makes room for that. Miss it, and your valves may stop sealing. That leads to overheating, burnt valves, and lost compression. The kicker? Tight valves don't make noise. So if your engines whisper quiet, that might be danger, not health. And the damage? It's happening behind the scenes, building up every ride. Most four-stroke engines need periodic checks, especially after break-in. New bikes often require a valve check around the 1,000 kilometer mark. Why? Because valve seats wear in, tightening that gap fast. Skip that check, and you risk voiding your warranty and frying your top end. Think it's fine because you've never had a problem? That's not how engines work. Preventive habits save machines. So grab your service manual, know your interval, make the inspection. Because this one habit decides if your engine lives long or dies early without warning. The next one? It doesn't make a sound until you're staring down a head rebuild. Tap like, hit subscribe because the engine drama's just getting started. Habit number 10, revving engine cold. It's early. You fire up your bike, one twist of the throttle, and it screams. Feels powerful, right? Wrong. You just sucker punched your engine. When cold, your engine oil is thick and slow. It doesn't reach the pistons, bearings, or cylinder walls fast enough. So what happens when you rev? Raw metal-on-metal contact, micro damage, more friction, more wear. It adds up fast. But my temp gauge looks good. Don't be fooled. That's your coolant. Coolant heats up faster than oil. Meanwhile, your oil's still warming its lazy self up and failing to protect your engine. Older bikes used to show oil temperature for a reason. That was the real green light. Without it, you're guessing, And guessing wrong can cost you an engine rebuild. Here's the smart move. Start the engine, let it idle, give it 1-2 minutes. Keep revs low and gentle until everything warms up properly. No showboating, no cold red lines. Think of it like stretching before a sprint. Skipping warm-up might feel fine until something snaps. Respect the warm-up or prepare for a breakdown. Your engine will thank you and run smoother, longer, and stronger because of it. Warming up your bike wrong is one thing. What you do after parking it could be even worse. Habit number 9, storing the bike without fuel stabilizer. Presently, ethanol gas starts breaking down in just 7 to 10 days. Yep, your premium fill-up turns into sludge shockingly fast. And when it does, your engine suffers. Bad fuel doesn't combust cleanly. It gums up your injectors, fouls spark plugs, and clogs your idle jets. That sticky varnish? It strangles your fuel lines and wrecks fuel pump seals. You're not just risking poor performance, you're slowly choking your engine from the inside. Enter the hero, fuel stabilizer. One small dose of Sta-Bil, Seafoam, or similar keeps ethanol from separating and wrecking your fuel system. It's cheap, fast, and ridiculously effective. Only ride weekends? Add stabilizer every fill-up. Parking for winter? Fill the tank, stabilize it, and sleep easy. Even if your bike sits for just 1 week, use it. Seriously, don't be that rider blaming the bike come spring. It's not your luck, it's your lazy fuel habits. Protect your engine like a pro. Skip the stabilizer, and you're not storing a bike. You're prepping a future repair bill. Old gas kills slowly, but this next mistake? One twist of a bolt, and boom, instant regret. Habit number 8, torquing bolts. Wrong. Over-torquing doesn't just damage threads. It creates hidden stress cracks. Those cracks won't scream for attention today, but one ride later, snap, game over. Under-torquing's no better. Loose bolts rattle, shift, and shear under pressure. Every bolt on your bike has a purpose and a specific torque spec. From your axle nuts to your spark plugs, hitting the right number matters. Get it wrong, and you could face leaking forks, warped wheels, or worse, brake failure mid-ride. The oil drain bolt? A fan favorite for stripping. Miss that spec, and you're one over-twist away from a nightmare. Know your numbers. Axle nuts, 65 to 95 Nor. Spark plugs, 12 to 15 Nor. Brake calipers, 35 to 40 Nor. Use a torque wrench. It's not a fancy tool, it's engine insurance. If you don't have a wrench, try the 3-squeak method. Twist until resistance. First squeak. Push again. Second squeak. One more snug turn. Third squeak. Then stop. Always stop. One careless bolt can wreck your engine or your ride. Torque smart, ride safe. It's not just wrenches causing problems. Sometimes it's the way you ride, even when you're not riding far. Habit number 7, too many short trips. Quick coffee runs or 5-minute errands may feel harmless, but your engine disagrees. Short rides never let the oil heat up fully, and when that happens, bad things start building up inside. Cold oil can't burn off condensation. It can't evaporate unburned fuel or neutralize acids. These things mix and sit, forming sludge, rust, and corrosion from the inside out. Over time, your engine gets dirtier, less efficient, and more prone to wear. Worst part? The damage happens quietly. No check engine light, no obvious signs. Just slow, silent decay every time you ride short and shut it down cold. But there's a fix. Simple and free. Take your bike for longer rides. 20 to 30 minutes is the magic number. That gives the oil time to reach proper temperature, circulate fully, and clean house. Your engine stays healthier, smoother, and happier in the long run. So next time you're tempted to fire it up for a quick spin, don't, or at least extend the ride. Short trips might save time today, but they'll cost you big tomorrow. Death by 1,000 errands. But your next habit? That's death by neglect. Habit number 6, ignoring air filter replacement. This is your engine's first line of defense, and it's begging you not to forget it. Your air filter blocks dust, grit, and debris from invading your engine. Ignore it, and every ride turns into a sandblasting session for your piston rings and cylinder walls. Even tiny particles can wreak havoc. They reduce efficiency, increase friction, and cause long-term wear that kills performance. The worst part? Your bike won't scream for help. No warning lights, no loud noises, just silent damage, mile after mile. Most riders delay air filter changes way too long, and most mechanics won't remind you because the eventual repairs pay better. If you're riding in dusty, off-road conditions, clean or replace it every 500 to 1,000 miles. For street riding, aim for every 5,000 miles. Still unsure? Pull it out. If it looks like a vacuum cleaner exploded in there, it's overdue. And if you're using a foam filter, don't just slap it in dry. A light, even coat of filter oil traps fine particles. Too dry and it won't work. Too soaked and you choke the airflow. Bottom line, a clean air filter keeps your engine breathing easy and saves you a fortune down the road. Engines breathe, dirty lungs choke, but cheap blood? That's worse. Habit number 5, cheaping out on oil. The only thing standing between a long, smooth 500,000-mile life and a heart-wrenching breakdown? The oil you choose. Your motorcycle engine isn't built for guesswork. It's designed to run on a specific oil grade with the correct API and JSO ratings for high revving performance. Stray from that spec and you're already inviting trouble. Yet too many riders grab whatever's cheap or flashy. Huge mistake. Today's oils do more than just lubricate. They reduce drag, cool internals, boost horsepower, and even improve mileage. Want proof? Look for bottles labeled Energy Conserving or Energy Conserving 2. These can cut fuel use by up to 2.7% and protect your pistons, bearings, and cams along the way. Never reuse old oil. Don't stretch change intervals. And don't gamble with off-brand sludge. Every shortcut you take brings your engine one ride closer to failure. You wouldn't run a marathon on dirty blood, so why expect your engine to? Habit number 4, redlining the engine too often. Every tachometer has a red zone for a reason. It's not there to tempt you. It's a warning. Redlining marks the maximum RPM your engine can safely handle. Go past it too often, and you're asking for trouble. Frequent redlining puts massive stress on internal components. Think valve float, stretched timing chains, worn bearings, and overheated piston rings. Your engine may sound like it's screaming with power, but inside, it's quietly tearing itself apart. Even when warm, hitting redline too often reduces engine life. It's not about whether the bike can handle it once. It's the repeated abuse that breaks things down over time. Bearings lose their integrity. Oil thins out. Heat builds up where it shouldn't. That said, occasional high revs are fine, especially if you're accelerating hard or riding on the track. But do it smart. Only push the limits when the engine's properly warmed up, and don't live in the red zone. Your engine can roar, but don't let it scream for help. Habit number 3, hard launches. Hard launches at high RPMs send a brutal shock through the drivetrain. That force has to go somewhere, and it usually lands on your clutch plates, chain, sprockets, and crankshaft. Over time, this kind of abuse leads to premature wear. Your clutch starts to slip, chains stretch unevenly, sprockets wear down faster than usual. Even worse, if you're popping the clutch into a wheelie, your engine could momentarily lose oil pressure. That's right. During hard acceleration, oil can slosh away. The result? Starved bearings, accelerated wear, and long-term damage. What's terrifying, none of this damage is instant. It builds slowly, quietly, until one day, your clutch grabs weird, your chain skips a tooth, or your engine makes a sound it shouldn't. So what's the better move? Ease out the clutch. Roll on the throttle smoothly. Let the power build, not explode. It's faster than you think and way safer for your bike. You can trade those aggressive launches for smooth takeoffs. Habit number 2, ignoring leaks. Leaks are silent assassins. They start small, a few drops, a faint smell, a light smear on the side case. But under that surface, real damage is already in motion. Coolant leaks quietly strip away your bike's ability to regulate heat. Let it run dry, and the engine cooks itself to death, fast. Oil leaks do double damage. They reduce lubrication and can ignite on hot exhausts. That's not drama, it's a real fire risk. Brake fluid? Even worse. A slow leak in the lines means less stopping power when it counts most. And transmission fluid leaks silently eat away at smooth shifting until you're left stranded in one gear or none. Even the harmless drip on your garage floor has a price. Contamination, corrosion, and slow death by neglect. Fluid systems in motorcycles are finely balanced. They're not made to operate half full or bleeding. If your bike is losing fluid, it's losing life. Act early. A $10 washer or seal today could save you from a $3,000 repair tomorrow. Don't let laziness cost you your engine. The leak you ignore is the failure you invite. Habit number 1, ignoring overheating. Heat kills engines. Slowly or suddenly, ride with an overheating engine, and you're risking warped cylinder heads, oil breakdown, misfires, and a massive loss in power. But it doesn't stop there. One blown hose is all it takes. Coolant leaks out, air gets in, and the temperature spikes before you even notice. Keep riding like that, and you're cooking your motor to ashes. Worst case, a blown head gasket. That's when coolant and oil mix, a deadly combo that eats bearings and destroys the top end. If you see thick white smoke pouring from your exhaust, that's the nightmare unfolding. Even moderate overheating isn't safe. Boiling coolant, rising temp gauge, and a flashing warning light all mean one thing: stop now. Pull over. Kill the engine. Let it cool. Riding just a little more can turn a minor fix into a full engine rebuild. Your motorcycle gives you signals. Don't ignore them. One overheated ride can wipe out years of reliability. So next time your bike runs hot, listen, because engines don't forgive overheating. And they definitely don't forget. It's not the loud mistakes that kill your bike. It's the small, quiet habits hiding in plain sight. This one waits at every red light, and most riders never see it coming.